You want to learn to draw? Here's the first thing you should do. Get a blank piece of paper, a piece of cardboard, or anything with a flat, smooth surface. Get something that makes lines, marks, or dots. Like a pencil, a pen, a crayon, a brush, a piece of charcoal, a stick with ink, whatever you have available or whatever you want to use. Now keep in mind that this device, whether it's a pencil, crayon, or pen, is nothing more than a tool that creates marks and lines that you must first learn how to use. Just like a hammer, a screwdriver, or even a fork, there are a variety of different ways and techniques that you can use these tools to achieve different results, and you need to find what works best for you. And when it comes to drawing, one of the most important things to understand is the elements of line. Now we can sit here and debate the number of identifiable different types of lines and the variety of words we use to describe them. But I really don't think that's why you're here. I'm assuming that you are here because you want to learn how to draw, or you want to improve your drawing skills. And the only way to really do that is through practice. Here are 8 important types of lines to practice that will help to improve your drawing skills. First up, scribble.
Scribble is typically a type of line we all experiment with at a very young age. It is a great way to explore and express lines in a very rapid way, which makes it a very gestural method of drawing. Now, the term gesture can refer to a rapidly drawn line which we might make in order to record or visualize basic information that we see in a very short period of time.
Second, wavy.
Wavy line is a more controlled type of scribble. It can be used to create a variety of textures, similarly to water or hair. When exploring and practicing the elements of line, remove your preconceived notion of what a drawing should look like and focus on the activity itself. You should force yourself to focus on the capabilities of the material or media that you're using. Be aware of the pressure sensitivity of it and explore the tonal range that the media provides.
Third, broken, like dots and dashes.
A broken line is a discontinuous line or series of line segments. It is not only a method of achieving texture and movement, but it is also a type of implied line. An implied line can suggest the edge of an object, a plane within an object, or a value, color, and textural change. Like any implied line, it can be very useful and suggestive. A fourth type of line can be identified as zigzag. A zigzag is a line that, when drawn, makes a lot of sharp and short turns. The various ways in which it can be used can produce a variety of textures and expressions. When exploring this type of line, focus on the application of the media and the tonal change you can achieve through aggressive and non-aggressive movements.
Fifth, thick and thin.
Thick and thin lines are an effective way to convey a wide range of tonal and value changes, especially in situations where the media is not pressure sensitive. These lines can also be used to create texture, depth, and detail. The effectiveness of using this type of line is heavily dependent upon how you hold the media.
And the sixth one would be vertical, horizontal, or even diagonal.
You may notice when describing or explaining the many variations and examples of lines that many of the characteristics tend to overlap. Vertical, horizontal, and diagonal lines can also be considered thick and thin lines.
Which kind of leads right into hatch, the 7th one, and the 8th one, crosshatch.
The use of these types of lines is a very effective method of adding texture, but most importantly, it provides value and tonal variations, helping to establish shape and form.
All of these types of lines can be used for a variety of different results, styles, and/or techniques. You should experiment and practice using these types of lines to create different things. Whether it is a drawing of an identifiable object or not, it doesn't really matter. Continued practice and exploration of these types of lines will help you to learn how to use whatever media you are drawing with.
And as you become more comfortable with the many types of lines available to you, a great exercise to practice is to draw an object or image multiple times using one specific type of line. Here I am drawing from observation a stuffed animal using only scribble. Notice how I am adjusting the tones and values as I draw. This can be achieved by varying the amount of pressure through the pencil, and also the number of layers or repeated lines being applied to specific areas. This is an effective method to block in shadow and define form. Again, the use of scribble while drawing is considered to be very gestural and expressive. Now I will draw the same object using only hatch and crosshatch. Again, the variations of tone and value is achieved by the pressure applied through the pencil and the number of lines that overlap each other. You can see how the shape and form is defined as I quickly block in the highlights and shadows using both hatch and crosshatch. Available now. Own your very own copy of this drawing as a die-cut sticker. Look for the link in the description. A shout out and special thank you to my top patrons Michael Robinson and Business Aaron. Thank you guys for all your support. And one more example, drawing the same object using only thick and thin line. Again, these exercises are not about the final result, as in how well it is drawn or how realistic it looks. This is about the process and the activity itself. By doing this, you are developing a connection to the media and how you use it.
You must first learn how to be comfortable with the tools that you are using before worrying about whatever it is you're drawing. Additionally, this exercise should help you to realize that lines can be used to create patterns, textures, and emotional responses, which are all things that are important and will be utilized when creating future drawings. Well, that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time.
Be sure to leave your questions and comments below. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want to learn more, check out the links to the right and in the description.